I'm on record as saying the Super Mario Bros. Movie from 2023 was just alright, beautifully animated nostalgia bait with average acting and a subpar script. But one thing it did correctly was properly plotting out the film. Arguably, the first location is Brooklyn, the second the Mushroom Kingdom, the third the DK Kingdom, then the plot reverses course back through the Mushroom Kingdom and culminates in Brooklyn. Sure, no character growth occurs in any of these locales, each instead only containing 1 or 2 action sequences, but the limited scope keeps the audience from being completely overwhelmed. The Super Mario Galaxy movie does not do this. The film opens in Rosalina's observatory, then travels to Toast Arena, then Peach's Castle, then the Gateway Galaxy, then the Greater Mushroom Kingdom, then the Honey Hive Kingdom, then the unnamed dinosaur planet, then, finally, the Space Junk Galaxy. Simply put, the Super Mario Galaxy movie is attempting to do too much. It's a tad bit surprising the first movie didn't fall into this pitfall. The breadth of the Super Mario diaspora is vast, but in terms of games pulled as source material, the first leaned on relatively few. It pulls from the original, of course, a bit of 3, 64, Mario Kart 8, and various Donkey Kong titles. The second movie takes the opposite approach, attempting to cram in as many games in as possible. Primarily, the film utilizes elements from Super Mario Galaxy, of course, as well as Galaxy 2, but it also has plot-relevant elements from Super Mario Bros. 2, 3, Wonder, Mario World, arguably a bit of Sunshine, and Odyssey, and Mario Maker, and that's just the important Mario titles. It also pulls from Star Fox 64, the NES accessory Rob, the SNES accessory the Super Scope, and Yoshi's Island. There's even a prolonged Pikmin gag. The number of action sequences far exceeds the amount in the Bros movie. Even with the 7 additional minutes granted to the Galaxy movie's runtime, the pacing of the film is utterly breakneck. There is no rest between moments, and as Crossplay's Patrick Klepek put it, that seems to be exactly what Miyamoto and Nintendo wanted out of the film. In the best Mario video game titles, the player has no time to think between levels. The same is true with the Galaxy movie. Before I can process Peach and Toad traveling through the stars, I'm seeing the Mario Bros. Race through the Mushroom Kingdom. Before I can process Bowser's face turn, I'm seeing Peach defend against hundreds of ninja. And in the theater, when I was able to turn my brain off, I was able to give into astonishment. Of course, I cheered and applauded when EGAD's logo and gadgets were shown. Each of the 4 or so times they played the Galaxy theme, I found myself welling up, and a very big part of me loved seeing the Bros go on a Mario 3-esque adventure, or hearing the game's sound effects as Peach and Toad launch into space, or seeing Mario and Peach team up through a castle level. It was all laser targeted to be bait for people like me, and I ate it all up. But the whole time I also kept wanting for more. I wanted more time to see the characters actually interact and grow. The first scene with Bowser has him and Mario at absolute ends. But 3 scenes later, Bowser's willing to surrender his freedom for the plumbers. We're told that him and Luigi have a great relationship, but I wish him and Mario were given the time to build any sort of rapport. I also wish Peach was given more time to ponder her past with Rosalina. Throughout the film, she has very brief allusions to her history. She talks about it with Mario, is confused when the Luma mentions the bedtime story is about her, and has a brief flashback when first seeing Rosalina's portrait, but each of these moments have no time to breathe. Each immediately ushers her into the next action set piece with no time for contemplation. This resulted in the revelation that Peach and Rosalina are sisters, almost coming as a surprise. So much had happened between the minor flashback and the reveal that I had forgotten the prior event even occurred. The film didn't spend enough time setting up Peach's ultimate motivation. Rosalina herself had very little to do. She is the damsel in distress, the object to be found. She is awesome in her opening scene, and in her one escape attempt was characterized well, but after that was all but written out. It is understandable in one sense. This is a kids' movie with a somewhat strict limit on the runtime, and the filmmakers opted to give the majority of the time to the returning cast, but the film would have been better with at least one additional scene with her, at least one more moment for Rosalina to be a character. But what I'm most disappointed in is when Peach and Rosalina finally reunite. Other than their Deus Ex Cosmica power and a brief hug, they don't interact again. Two sisters, separated for more than a decade, and they're given one interaction. Even the smaller things that could have given more depth to this universe were also skipped. We're never told that starbits are food and taste like honey. We're never told that Lumas are destined to grow up and transform into stars and galaxies. It doesn't explain a single thing about the Honey Hive Kingdom, or why there's a gateway galaxy, or why Wart is working with Junior. This movie wants to have an intricate world, pulling thing after thing from the games, but it is not willing to explain how or why anything actually works. While I did enjoy Mario, Luigi, and Yoshi being buds, while I liked Bowser and Junior bonding, it all felt empty. With no time for characters to grow, with no time for actual plot to happen, why exactly am I watching a movie? Miyamoto and Nintendo wanted this film to feel exactly how a game feels, and they achieved that to the film's detriment. Games don't need to have complex plot lines because the core interactivity is what makes them interesting. Jumping, or slashing, or shooting, or even selecting dialogue choices can make up for lackluster writing, because doing these actions is fun. When my only verb is watch, then I need more out of the subject matter. Nintendo, purposefully, is 0 for 2 in this regard. Obviously, it's working, though. Both of these movies have made more money than the average mind can conceive, and it's not all without merit. The soundtrack this time around is wonderful. They removed all the awful needle drops, so the entire runtime is full of re-orchestrated Mario originals. The film is also beautiful. CG animation continues to get better and better, and many of the jokes land. The movie is very silly, and the action sequences are well choreographed. But is it too much to want more? Is it too much to see Peach have an actual fault she needs to grow past? Is it too much to see Luigi actually overcome his fear? Is it too much to have a plot be more than rescue girl? Is it too much to ask for proper voice acting in lieu of celebrity stunt casting? Is it too much for Nintendo to make a good movie? Not just a good game? Apparently yes, it is. On to the ranking. Currently, my order for Super Mario and/or official Nintendo movies is 3. Super Mario Bros. The Great Mission to Rescue Princess Peach, 2. The Super Mario Bros. Movie 2023, and 1. Super Mario Bros. 1993. The Galaxy movie attempted to give the same heart as the Mario Bros. Movie, but where Mario and Luigi were given great bonding moments in the first, lack of screen time made Peach and Rosalina's relationship underbaked. The sequel also crammed way too much into its fairly lean runtime, but on the other hand, the non-stop action was very good, the soundtrack was stellar, and Rosalina, my beloved, was in fact in it. My new ranking is 4. Super Mario Bros. The Great Mission to Rescue Princess Peach, 3. The Super Mario Bros. Movie 2023, 2. The Super Mario Galaxy movie, and 1. Super Mario Bros. 1993. No, I will not interrogate my own nostalgic biases. Oh wait, throw all of that out. The film drew Rosalina as a Mario World sprite, and used the Mario World credits theme. Mario World references, baby! I'm crying and hooting and hollering, give me 1,000 more, I'll see everything! Because I'm a broken person. Let's go! But recast Chris Pratt, please. Do you think Wario is going to be in the next one? Or maybe Tatonga? Do you think there will be a DK movie? Or Luigi's Mansion movie? Oh, when do you think they'll start pulling from the RPG games? Or will they jump into a Smash Bros. Movie before that? They were definitely setting up something for Star Fox, but that might be just more set up for Smash instead of a standalone adventure for Fox. And they gave Daisy melanin. She's dark-skinned for the first time in decades. And did I mention Mario World references? And did I mention Rosalina? Oh, okay, sorry about that. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts on the Super Mario Galaxy movie film in the comments. While you're here, maybe leave a rating, subscribe, and follow me on my socials. Links are in the description, and I'm at Mario8 everywhere. And also in the description are reviews to all the movies I just mentioned. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.